Hello my loves, I hope you're all doing super well and fantastic. If you're new here, welcome. I am Esther, aka Miss Manifester, and this is my channel specifically for EFT tapping to help you step into your highest self on your highest timeline. Now today we are going to be doing an EFT for ignoring the 3D, that classic manifesting concept of not allowing what you are perceiving with your eyes or hearing with your ears, your senses, to influence your belief about whether your manifestation is possible or whether it is coming for you. Big disclaimer, just because I personally think this is important from the detachment angle, is that, kicking the light, that's not a great start. Sometimes in the 3D you can get a no. That can be from a person romantically, it can be from a job interview. That no does not mean that you are never gonna meet somebody, that you are never gonna have a job. It's not the universe slapping you in the face and saying love isn't for you, money isn't for you, all of these types of things. But sometimes we do have to, honestly, I truly believe, trust and believe that not every opportunity or thing that we see is aligned. It's not always our door. Often we romanticize things and think that's for us. I've had so many experiences where I've come up against a no, or something's not been working out, and then in the long run it's like, oh my gosh, I've absolutely dodged a bullet here. It's not been right for me. It wouldn't have been right for me, and I've definitely moved on and aligned with something that was much better for me. But I also know that sometimes when there's only that one opportunity or thing in front of your face, it can be hard to see beyond that, about what else could be out there that could possibly be better, right? So I'm just throwing that in as a disclaimer, that just because you're getting a no, that doesn't mean that your bigger picture is a no. It just means that that's not your door, that there's another door out there for you, and not becoming despondent about that. Okay, that's the way I see it. And let's get going. Let's rate how we feel on a scale of 0 to 10. A 0 is very despondent, very defeated, very pessimistic, very much things are not going my way, or that I don't feel like they're working out for me. I've got no kind of evidence in the 3D that anything's going to work out. A 10 is, I don't need that evidence. I know there's going to be something, and I know that I can find faith, instead of fear about this situation. You can probably hear my dogs tippy tapping away in the background. Hopefully they will settle down in a sec. So rate that number and let's try and bring you up the scale. Let's go. Side of the hand. Even though in the 3D things may feel flat, bleak, maybe even hopeless, and I've got no visual hope to cling to, I choose to see and believe with my spiritual eyes, knowing what I want is out there. It's possible for me. I'm gonna get it. It is mine. Let's go up to the ends of the eyebrow and we'll go round. I am safe to ignore the 3D. I'm safe to be a bit delusional. I'm safe to have radical optimism, absolute faith that what I want is not just possible, but it's mine. It's on its way. It's in the bag. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean things aren't lining up for me. And even if I'm dealing with 3D conditions that are the opposite of what I want, they feel tricky, sticky, or stuck. I choose to remember my divine power. I'm an extension of Source. I am energy. My energy and focus can move worlds. They can turn this around. The 3D is not fixed. I am not fixed. I'm shifting my focus away from what is, what I'm seeing with my eyes, hearing with my ears, leaning into possibility, potential, hope, and faith. It's there. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. I will believe it before I see it. Believing it before I receive it. No matter what's going on outside of me, I won't let it affect my narrative, affect my faith. My narrative is strong. My faith is strong. And everything I want is mine. And it's lined up. It's not a no. It's just a not now. Or a not this one. Because there's something better. There's always something better. Divinely meant for me. Trusting it's there. Trusting myself. And putting my focus on what is going well, on all that has already worked out, and all the excitement and potential ahead of me. The 3D means nothing. unless I give it meaning. I give meaning to the good bits and leave the rest. I'm rising above the 3D and aligning with everything that's waiting for me and coming out of my vortex. It is mine. It is done. And so it is. Beautiful. I enjoyed that. Rate how you feel on a scale of 0 to 10. Feel free to give yourself a hug. Let me know how that shift feels. Real talk. I'm going through some of like that kind of energy at the moment myself. You guys know, some of you probably know, that selling my house and, you know, just trying to, yeah, like stay in a good place, a good vibration, a good trust, all of that stuff about it. This has been a very challenging year for me, 3D wise. You know, this room around me, let me just spin it around, like this room, you know, was rotten. You know, it was rotten and moldy and ripped to bits, and oh, it was awful. And look at it now, beautiful, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, like, yeah, sometimes you just have to hold that faith. I always say the manifestation requires gestation. I know, like, everyone talks about time's an illusion, but on the timeline as we know it now, you know, some things just take a little bit of physical 3D time to align, but they're still going to happen. You know, I wasn't going to click my fingers in time as I know it, and this would all just be transformed. You know, it took time. It had to all be ripped out. Stuff had to be put in a skip. And the same thing is going on for you. You know, you're going to get your thing. There's just stuff going on. There's components behind the scene that you can't see, and it's all going to come together, okay? Big love. Hold the faith. I'll catch you for the next video. Any requests for the channel, let me know. And I'll see you later, guys. Bye.